Yomaps paid his sound engineer 500 kwacha per hour instead of the planned 450 kwacha per hour. Yomaps paid his sound engineer 500 kwacha per hour instead of the planned 450 kwacha per hour. The sound engineer worked for 8 hours. The sound engineer worked for 8 hours. Calculate the labor rate variance. Calculate the labor rate variance. The formula for labor rate variance is actual rate less planned rate, and this is then multiplied by the number of hours. So in this particular case, the number of hours is equal to 8. How about the actual rate? What was the actual rate? The actual rate was 500 kwacha. And the planned rate was 450 kwacha. So when we apply this particular formula on this information that's given, it's going to be 500 minus 450 multiplied by 8. 500 minus 450 is 50 by 8. And 50 by 8, 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 5 is 40. This is the labor rate variance. Yomaps backup dancers were paid 200 kwacha each for a performance instead of the expected 180 kwacha each. Yomaps backup dancers were paid 200 kwacha each for a performance instead of the expected 180 kwacha each. There were 6 dancers. Calculate the labor rate variance. Calculate the labor rate variance. To remind ourselves, the formula for the labor rate variance is actual rate subtract the planned rate, and this is then multiplied by the number of hours worked. Okay, the number of hours or quantity. So let's identify this information. The actual rate in this case, the actual rate is 200 kwacha. The planned rate in this case, 180 kwacha. The actual rate is 200 kwacha. The planned rate is 180 kwacha. The number of dancers, 6. And so when we apply this formula to this information, we are going to have 200 minus 180, and this is going to be multiplied by 6. 200 minus 180 is 20. Multiplied by 6, this is going to give us 6 multiplied by 0 is 0, and 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. This is the labor rate variance.